guess what, guys? Today you're in for a beautiful ride because I have got a superstar in the building. Like, everywhere is hot in here because you people cannot contain this particular episode today. Anyway, guys, you're welcome to the Celebrity Spotlight Show, and I have got one of... I don't even know where to start, but I have got someone really amazing. He's an actor, he's a producer, he's a director, he's a businessman. Like, I don't know how many things one person will just be doing. He's a family man. Like, he's the father of 4 strong boys. Anyway, guys, I'm sure you're excited and wondering who I've got in the studio today. I have got the one and only Kunle Afod. Hey!
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Whatever time you're watching us, I say have a lovely day.
Okay, so today on the Celebrity Spotlight Show, we've got different segments.
All right.
We've got some questions, and after the questions...
I'm ready to answer.
Okay. It's the confidence for me. You people are not ready. And then we've got a segment where you're going to prank somebody.
Okay.
And then the last segment, we're going to play a game. Are you ready?
If I can play.
Of course, you can play it.
No
you are super smart.
No
Okay,
problem.
so let's go into the question segment. How did you start your acting career?
Well, acting is inbuilt, but I really started from church.
Wow.
Way back when I was very little, I used to play the major character, the lead
Wow.
role in every program they do in church for the kids.
Wow.
So ever since then, I love doing it, but professionally, I started acting fully since 1986.
Hey.
I was actually in Form 1. We used to call it Form then.
Okay.
I was in Form 1, and my school represented Command Secondary School just represented Plateau State for a TV network program, those days. So that is how I started.
Wow. I don't even want to tell you people how old I was then. So I'll just keep short. I was a baby.
They don't born you that time.
No.
All right. We are cool.
Okay, so can you remember the particular movie that brought you into limelight?
It happened that I played some vital role in like 3 major movies, and the 3 major movies came out at the same time, almost at the same time. So I was in Owoblo. I played Chima Okoroji, Femi Adebayo's friend under the bridge, and at the same time I was in Solu Makinde.
Makinde.
Yes, and thirdly was Ijaomode. All this movie came almost the same time.
Wow.
And I also produced my own movie at that time too.
Wow.
Oh.
You people will not understand. Don't worry.
They cannot. Yeah.
Okay, so my next question is, you've started from, it's been way back. It's been way back. Some people, some of you, they have not born you, but they have born me, but I was really baby.
Mona no see the stature.
Shame myself.
Baba don't.
Okay,
take.
your
Baba don't.
Ever young, ever young. Anyway, so it's been a long time coming, and if you agree with me, there's been so many people that started with you, but they are we can't really, not like they are dead, they are alive, but we don't know where they are. Nothing, we can't even remember them and all. But what has kept you going? You were popular then, and you're still very relevant and popular now. There's hardly, if you watch 10 movies, there's one of your series showing on African Magic, there's one running on YouTube. You're still very relevant, and if one watches at least 10 Yoruba movies, they'll still see you in there. So what's the secret to staying relevant till date?
Well, passion is one of the key thing, because if you are not really passionate, maybe some people came into the industry maybe because they want to travel out, and when they start acting, they get popular, it's easier for them to get visa or something. But when you are passionate and you believe so much in what you do, while growing up, I never believed I could do any other thing. Understand?
Wow.
So to keep yourself relevant, you have to look into the younger ones. Like I said I was in Ijaomode. I played their teacher. All these guys are now directors. Most of them are producers. So we are still friends.
Wow.
They see me as
wow.
their egbon, but we are friends. So some of them will still definitely want to reckon with you because you are doing it the way you should be doing it. Then secondly, I give myself a task. At every particular point in time, you have to do something. You have to do something, even if you are not going on location. Like last week, 2 weeks ago, I was shooting ram, interviewing people selling rams. Just to tell people how the ram gets inflated when you are getting close to Ileya. Content will not die, so you have to do something. I have been training people for the past 25 years. I have a theater academy. So even if I don't do it alone, I call my students, let's do this, let's do that. So you have to just keep doing
something.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it. When you are not dead, keep doing it.
Wow, that's actually great. Like I learned one lesson now, because there are some people, once they are not on set, they'll just sit relax. Down. No, they won't even post nothing.
Even if I'm not doing anything, I'll write script. At worst, I'll write script.
Wow.
I'll do prank. I'll do games. I'll do. You have to do something.
Yes.
I can call my kids. Let's dance. Let's flip bottle. You have to do something.
Are you people jotting things down? Okay, so my next question is, so there's been this thing in the mind of so many people. Like recently, we've had this trending situation of people trying to raise funds for like old actors that we know they are very popular, but like we still see some of them jump buses. We still see some of them, like Iyagbonko, for instance. She came out, she was even the one that asked publicly that people should raise funds and people should do that. But like in the younger generation, you just see somebody who has acted in maybe 2 movies, and then the person is buying a car, and people are wondering that, is it that the pay got better? Is it that, you know, what they were paying the older generation, is it that, okay, now it is better? Or like, what is really happening? What's bridging that gap?
To my own best knowledge, I will say, the industry is getting better as per pay. But we have so many old bankers that are also jumping from one bus to another. In every career, every industry, everybody can never be the same. It's never equal. And there's this thing I always tell people: you put your art or your income in whatever your desire. Some of us will continue to put our money in movie making. Some of them will want to send their children to school. It's not a bad idea. Some of them love to buy gold. Some of them love to buy things that will never reflect in the nearest future. And coming out to seek for people's help is because they are popular. If you are not popular, how will you do that? How will you do that?
Actually.
But I feel it's the younger ones that we are talking about. Some of them have their money before they came into the industry. Those days we had the passion, no pay. We were still doing it. And if you look at all the elderly ones now coming out to seek for help, I used to say, when Ogugo, Koron, Chief Koron, when they were at their prime, how many endorsements
did they get?
How many companies came out to support? But now, even if you are just an influencer on social media, a lot of people want to come to you. So that, and most of these elderly ones are not too inclined with social media. And social media is one of the places where they can easily see you and see whatever. And that is why some of them are, better off now. So, to my own best of knowledge, God will help all of us.
Amen. But like that was answered brilliantly. Like, and it's true. You have major points, because truly, like these social media platforms, most of these upcoming actors, like they just, once they are popular now, brands can tell them, please advertise for me. Most of them,
and they already know the way to handle this social media before coming into the industry. Like you said something earlier on, I never heard about it. You said it's an app. We are getting older. The younger ones will also have some app that you don't know. And they will also want, but if you are ready to learn, ready to, everybody will tell me, you are on this again. you are on that again. You on TikTok, you that one. In fact, presently I invited like 80% of Yoruba actors on TikTok. I told them, you guys, this thing is, some people are out there making money on this.
They are making money.
Forget.
and truthfully, like I see a lot of elderly actors now on TikTok, and the funny thing is they make money because they are just online, and so many people are sending them gifts because they are like, oh my god, you used to be my childhood. Yes.
So for instance, if Yagbonke can also handle TikTok properly, she might not come out that way.
Yes, because even before asking, people would have sent her gifts and all. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Are you having fun? Me, I'm having fun, and I'm learning a lot. Anyway, guys, before we continue with the questions, we're going to quickly go on a music break. Let's go and shake our bodies more, and then when we come back, we're going to be asking Mr. Kunle Afod the remaining questions. Stay with us, guys. It's still the Celebrity Spotlight Show, and I've got Kunle Afod in the studio. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, beautiful people, you're still tuning to the Celebrity Spotlight Show with the superstar actor, director, producer, Kunle Afod. And guys, if you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot too, because we've learned a lot of lessons. But don't worry, we still have like a lot of fun and lessons to catch up with. So, welcome once again, sir. So my next question is, we talked about social media before going on a break, and though social media has like a lot of benefits, it has also got its own like negative vibes and all. And the major one that I know is having people become trolls, like because they have access to their phones and they have access to celebrities that you would pay a lot to see before. Now you can just follow them and see about their lifestyle. So it has given a lot of people opinions to just throw a lot of stuff at people. So how do you deal with controversies online? How do you manage trolls, controversies, people poking into your personal life, your marriage and all? How do you deal with that?
Well, I grew up with some great journalists, and they are my bosses. One of them is Oga Bentomoloju, and the other is Jaman Anikulapo. They used to be the arts editor, Guardian newspaper. So I trained under them. They made me understand that the moment you reply any negativity on media, you are giving room for more. So first and foremost, if you want to do yourself some peace, don't read. Don't read. You don't need to. Some people will still have the courage to call you.
Yes.
Have you seen? Have you heard? Don't answer. You understand? People are ready to. We have a lot of sad people, so they want to make you sad too. If you give in room for that, they will hurt you. Sometimes you might glance, just okay, this is what they want to say. Don't forget, promotion comes either good or bad.
Yes.
The bad one most times gets you more engagement. So some people pay for this stuff, so this nonsense stuff.
Like they
pay.
Negative.
Yes, negative. See, something, just write something negative about me this particular time. It's been a while. I've been on low key, and those coming up with their nonsense response will always come. And the moment some people will want to engage you, they will tell you, we didn't hear noise about you, nothing about you. So you can understand. So just make use of whatever comes at you. Make use of the ones that are of advantage to you. Don't listen. They will have to talk about you. The dead people, they talk about them. Not we still talk about Abasha. So why don't you want them to talk about you? You don't want them to talk about you. Maybe you go and hide somewhere in the forest. The moment you put yourself at the spotlight, definitely they will talk about you. and make use of the good ones. That's all.
Wow, brilliant. Okay, so so far in the industry, I know that they say you cannot know how painful a shoe is except the person that is putting on the shoes. So like it's been a long while, and I mean I've interviewed maybe even young actors, young directors, and they have a lot to say. Talk less of you that you've been coming since. So what would you refer to as the most challenging period in your career?
Well, I call every challenging moment experience. I see it as a way of life, because I normally say this in any interview. It is for every young primary school student those days to buy granite and put in their pockets. When you get to secondary school, maybe you're about passing out, you won't put granite in your pocket again. You have passed that stage. So stage in life, you have to go through some things, understand. We've seen a lot. We've really seen, I've gone through a lot, like when I decided to make this my job, my life, my mom objected to it because I stayed with my mom, and I had to use style, and when the only person that backs you up objects to your dream, it's going to be a very difficult task. We used to rehearse at National Theatre then, and my mom stays in Igondo. I trek every rehearsal day from Igondo to National Theatre, forth and back. Yeah. And I have to go. Towards Lasso. Yeah. If I don't go, I feel I miss a lot. So I derive joy in going. Sometimes some of our colleagues, maybe my other students, the elderly ones there, when I rapport them, they give me money. Transport yourself. I won't transport myself. I'll buy con, so that I will trek and enjoy my movements with my friends. We'll start gisting. Then we will use that opportunity to compose music on the road. Sometimes we use the opportunity to think of a story on the road. You understand? So we've seen a lot. It's just a little. The first time my mom gave me the opportunity to go and do it, because she saw that I really don't want to do anything. Will you further your education? I said no. Will you do this? No. Continue with the younger ones. I'm the firstborn, so you are the only one taking care of us. So she supported that idea, you understand. So my mom, a nurse, so they brought in a director to the hospital. So a lot of actors were coming to greet, and my mom just later went to see the man and said, "Sorry, I don't know you, sir. I noticed actors are coming in to say hello. Who are you?" He said, "I'm a director and I'm directing a stage play. His name is Jide Ogunbade. He's late now. Respect, Baba. So my son does not want to do anything. Please, can you take him along?" And the man said, "Let him come tomorrow." There was no phone then. Wow. That morning, I followed the man and I went away for 4 months without looking back. It's my your joy, what I want. So I left. I was sleeping in the walkway on one National Theatre. The project was for Wole Soyinka then. I was sleeping on the walkway for 4 months straight, non-stop, and I was happy. You understand? So I cannot go into details, but all these things I experienced. You learn from this, you learn from that, you patch it up and make yourself.
Wow, that's strong, but I'm sure that at a point in time, like mom became really proud of you.
Yes, because after the Wole Soyinka project, we did another project called Askari. That one was for Red Cross. We actually toured all Nigerian states with the play. So I now came back with huge money,
Wow.
then. So I just threw the money on the bed and said, "Oton." Then my mom said, "Is it this job?" I said, "Yes, it can do better."
Wow.
So later on now, when I walk with my mom on the street and people are greeting me, she's the one helping me to greet them.
Is she still
She's
alive?
very much alive. Wow. I have grandma. Don't worry, I still have grandma. Mapa mama.
Wow, no. I'm sure she's really, really proud. And
yeah, definitely.
In one corner, she'll be like, "Oh, only taking support."
Yeah, because if she didn't really later support, my younger brother won't come into the industry too. So my brother sings, he acts as well. Yes. My sister, she alakowe, but she writes novels. Wow. There was a particular time my mom told me, "We are coming up, she." My brother, thank you.
Are you serious? Wow, that's really beautiful. That's a beautiful story. So I know that like you produce, you act, you direct, but between acting and directing, which has paid off more?
Okay, I see acting as hobby. I see directing as a job. And
Acting
as hobby, directing as a job, because everybody that comes into the industry wants to act or wants to sing. But when you get into the industry, you now discover that there's so many other departments.
Yes.
Then you now look for the one that you are convenient with. So when I found myself in directing, I was the first youngest director in Yoruba movie industry.
Wow.
And it was very massive, very huge. I was directing the likes of Babeda, the likes of, all these elderly ones, and I was very, very little. Wow. I was like 23 years, 22, 23. Wow. And they supported me. Then I was a first tag boy. I don't speak much Yoruba, I speak Pidgin. I'm a Pidgin person. So they would speak big Yoruba and call me this and that. And then there was no camera to record. I started as a continuity announcer then. So there was no camera to maybe record or take pictures of the continuity they are putting on. I draw. So I'll draw, label, colored. This is how they tie the scarf. I do. Wow. They were all amazed, and this young boy is doing fantastically well. So as per the pay, actors get more money in Yoruba movie industry.
Wow.
In Yoruba movie industry.
Wow.
Actors get more money. They spend less time. A director, you start from the script. You end up at the post production. For the actor, they might just tell you, I don't have a full day, I'll give you like 13 hours. Are you okay with that? I'll give you a day. Are you okay with that? And they will come and take their huge money. Wow, they are gone. Wow. And every producer even want to treat the crew like trash. We've been fighting for this for long, and thank God it's changing. You understand? It's changing, because when they see the crew, when you see the actors, when they take them to sets, how do they look like? When they take the crew, they pack them in the bus. So some of the crew members now, they have their own jeep too. They have their own car. So carry your car, make a carry. But the actors' pay is better.
Wow, but that's actually something that should be looked into, because the director works even before the location starts.
And funny enough, every advantage is for the actor. The fans will celebrate you. They give you gifts. When you go to the embassy, you might get luck, and but for a technical person, how do you want to campaign for a politician?
Well, I actually feel like some award shows are making things better. For instance, like AMVCA, I see them award best sound man.
But when they give them award, do they give them money? No. Maybe they should look into that. Because at the end of the day, they give best actor money. Yeah. So why don't they give the best director money, the best movie producer money? Let them look into that too. And that is where you know the actors get better pay.
Wow. Yeah, deep.
Opo.
Okay, so what are your latest movie projects?
Well, I have 2 movies still cooking, finished shooting. One is Asheide, and the other one is Esin Baba. Esin Baba Kogbomola. And it's just a story between religion, a devoted Muslim that wants to marry an evangelist. And the devoted Muslim, the father is a sheikh. So, and not ordinary sheikh, those ones with big lawani. So, and they really love themselves. I will be dropping maybe by August.
Okay, Hey, beautiful people. I hope you've been having fun, because I have been having so much fun and I have been learning a lot. In case you're just tuning in, you're just joining the Celebrity Spotlight Show. And yes, it is the Vibe Queen on the mic, Omobola Val, and I am not alone. I have got a superstar guest in the building. I have got Mr. Kunle Afod, and we asked a lot of interesting questions and we learned a lot of, amazing lessons through the responses from him. Anyway, if you're just tuning in, you're in for fun because we're about to play games. So, are you ready for me? Okay, so for the game, we're playing it together.
Okay.
Shebi, we know alphabet A to Z.
I'll try.
All right, great. So that you are not alone, we are going to play the game together, right? So we are going to start a sentence with the alphabets. So if I start with A, if I say, "Are you fine?" you have to respond with
From fine.
No, not from fine. From B, you have to start with B. So if I say, "Are you fine?" and you say, "Well, but..."
Best of my knowledge.
Yeah, then I have to start with C with, "Can you do something?" Then D till we get to Z. Okay, guys, are you people ready? Okay, let me start. Are you okay?
Best time.
Can you be sure that you would get to where you're going to today?
Doing it is the best.
Exactly.
Fine.
God is good, shall.
How?
In case you don't even know, I am actually a presenter.
Joking with me.
Knowledge is actually a great thing to have.
Learning is good.
My mom loves your movies.
No, I don't believe that.
Or you need to be sure. We're actually doing great. O-P. Okay, let's go.
From O now, yeah?
Yeah. No, I think I did O.
Okay.
So
P next.
Yeah.
Please let me go.
Queen of England. I wish I can see her someday.
Reason that again.
Say what you just said now.
Omo love her.
Okay, guys, I think should we continue? We're almost there. We can do it. ST. We can do it. You can do it. We're almost there.
Stop teasing me.
Take me to an eatery, please.
Why? About EDW.
No. you. But we're almost there.
Umbrella is in the car.
Why do I need an umbrella?
Saxophone.
Yam is good for the body, you know.
Zoo time.
Okay. Guys, did you have fun? We know alphabets. We had fun. Anyway, guys, the next segment is we're about to play a prank. Are you ready? So now you are going to call somebody that likes you and respects you a lot. Like you're going to call and you're going to put it on speaker. So you're going to accuse the person of asking maybe your wife out. The way I like you, it depends on how you speak to the person. Maybe Yoruba or English. So that the person will not suspect. So. Or if it's Oyinbo, you always speak to the person anyhow. So, are you ready for us?
I'm ready. Where's my phone?
Okay.
Let me see who can play along.
Okay.
I have so many of them, so.
Okay.
But this one.
What's the name of the person?
Blessing Okoye.
Okay. Blessing Okoye.
He's an actor too.
Oh, okay. So we're about to call Blessing Okoye.
You might be sleeping actually.
Oh, wow.
He's always on night duty on TikTok.
Oh, one.
Let me try somebody else.
Okay, we're trying to try someone else now. Mr. Blessing Okoye did not pick.
Let me try Aspen.
Okay.
He's like my PA and my cameraman as well.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Aspen.
Yeah?
Kí ni rubbish tó lọ ń bá mi dánwò yẹn náà? Kí ni rubbish tó lọ ṣe? Ó ṣe máa pè ìyá omi lẹ́yìn ipò tó lọ ń toast ìyá omi. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ó ṣe máa lọ toast ìyá omi. Ṣé o rò pé mi ní mọ̀ ni? Aspen mo pè mo mọ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. Téèyàn bá tiẹ̀ ti wá gentle pé èèyàn kì í sọ̀rọ̀, ìyẹn omi pé kẹ́ máa fọ̀bọ́ lọ mí gbogbo ìgbà náà. Ìwọ Aspen, ìwọ mò ń sọ, ìwọ gangan. Ṣé ìwọ ò tó sì yé omi ni? Ta ló ń bẹ ṣe prank? Mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó serious o tún ní mo. Ṣé mo jẹ́ ẹni tó ń ṣeré ni? Ìgbà tí yomi pè mí ló jẹ́ kí n pè ẹ́ ń sìn, bóyá pè mí mo fi pè ẹ́ yìí. Wo okay, má worry. Má worry.
Oh my God, he said, for people that don't understand Yoruba, you missed out. Oh, let me explain. He said, wait, you are calling Aspen. No, he wants to confirm. He made a mistake. And then he now said, that's who called him. He now said it was his wife that called him. That's why he called him immediately. He now said, are you sure that he didn't make a mistake? Anyway, before Mr. Aspen will have high blood pressure, please let's call him back.
Okay. Well, he's smart enough to think it's a prank. Actually.
Yeah, he
because
actually
he knows
suspected.
I'm coming to the studio.
Oh.
I saw him this morning. So. But if it's blessing, I'll be at it down. We're in a prank with me. Actually, I was in the studio 13 record pranking. You are on live.
Mr. Aspen, sorry. Hope you were not too scared. Saya yo jaju. Okay, thank you so much. That was so much fun. Like that was so much fun, and I mean we had so much fun with Mr. Kunle in the studio. We learned a lot of lessons and we're so appreciative. Like thank you so much for setting apart time from your busy schedule to honor our invitation. We really appreciate. So before we let you go, what's your advice to, there are so many people, when you meet anybody like this, they'll tell you, I want to be acting too, I want to go into the movie industry too, I want to do this, I want to do that. What's your advice to people that are interested in coming into the industry?
Well, first and foremost, I tell them to believe in God, trust God. Secondly, get trained. Get trained. We have a whole lot of people coming into the industry without any knowledge at all, and at the end of the day, they run out. The way they came in, that's the way they will run out. But when you have basic knowledge of these things, you will not want your knowledge to be wasted.
Yes.
So, and finally, stay out of drugs. It's very important because this generation is becoming something else, feeling that drugs might make them do the best. You might enjoy it for a while, but it's going to destroy you at last. Just stay out of drugs.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you
we can't wait for your movies to come out, and so that we can enjoy as usual. And of course, for those of you who do not know, he's on TikTok. If you want to laugh, just go to his TikTok page.
Well, they banned my account. I just
Are you serious?
One just
Why?
like
Why was he
ago.
banned?
They said I violated their rules, and I
Wow.
don't know. And they didn't give me
Any warning?
But unfortunately, I wasn't the only one. They banned close to like 1,000 people that same day. That I like 100 of people I know.
Wow.
Well, maybe some of their rules I might have because my last born will always come to me, play with me when I'm on live, and they don't like you.
Yes,
and
kids.
and,
Yes.
You know, so it's one of those things.
Wow.
I have a new one, Afod Bobo.
Okay,
Just
affordable.
follow.
Okay, so what of Instagram? What are your other social media platforms?
Every other social media handle is Kunle Afod.
Okay,
Not
guys.
AFOD. No, AFOD.
For those of you that like to play around, Kunle Afod can afford.
Yeah, Mo, I'm still doing that.
Okay.
I won't afford anything.
Okay.
Anything
Okay. Okay, guys, I hope you had an amazing time. Anyway, guys, if you missed the live session or you're just joining in, well, there's going to be a video for these, and you can watch it on the Voice Tome, on YouTube, and you can subscribe to Voice Tome app. It's available for iOS, it's available for Android and iPhones, so you can download so that you don't get to miss out on shows like this. And guys, you can follow us on our social media platforms at Voice Tome, and you need to actually download the app and check it out, so that there's a lot more on the app. You can connect as an artist to producer, and producers, you can get artists there. It's a social hub, so you can get to meet a lot of amazing people. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed yourself. It's the Vibe Queen, and I'm signing out now. You can follow me on Instagram at omobolanle_, and on other platforms at omobolaval. Thank you so much for tuning in. From Mr. Kunle and I, it's goodbye.
Bye bye.